Hey guys, sorry I had a false start there. It was telling me to rotate my phone, and I just thought I don't even want to start off that way, so I just ended it and I'm starting again. So hopefully you find me. Welcome to Thursday. I have a fun project today, and it started out as something that I want to use myself, which are always good ones because I love having a practical project. I don't know about you guys. Hey, Charlotta, Laura, Diane, Sarah Lizzie, Allison. Hey, good to see everybody. It's Thursday, almost the weekend. Hi, Shirley M. So today we're going to make this cute little folio. Hey, Jenny. Yeah, hi again. I'm sorry if you got on. It was only on for like 1 minute. But yeah, it was turned the other way. I had to go back and forth. Anyway, I think Facebook is having a midlife crisis or something. But hopefully we get it figured out here. I think we're good now. So we're going to make this today, but I just want to show you a couple things before we get going. And I did... What was it I wanted to show you? I went to Target today. I had to get the stitches out of my tooth. So he took them out. I didn't even know he was doing it. He just went bloop. And I said that it looks good, even though I'm still taking the antibiotic. But after I left the dentist, I went over to Target. Hey, Sharon. And I found a couple things that I hadn't seen before. There's Maz, Loretta. Hey, how's everybody doing? Hi, Tracy and Jane. So I was looking in the kids department, and they have a really nice art supply area. So I did get this because this is all elastic, and it's probably 1.5 millimeters, and it has a total of, I thought it said how long, I don't know. It seems like a lot, a good bit. I think it was $4. You're glad I straightened myself up? I try. It's hard work. Yeah, I just didn't want to start off on a bad tone, so I just ended it and start over. Okay. Yes, I thought that was a good, and it was the one up on Route 7. Anna's my neighbor. She lives the next town over. So, yeah, I think it was $4. Anyway, I like the colors, and I hadn't seen them before. The other thing that I got was this. There was only one. And it's a felt pouch, but what I like about it is I've gotten other ones there. It's the nice thick felt. So I was thinking it'd be good for my pens. So what I like about it is that I can maybe use some of those new flowers that we got. You know that one? Okay, Ann. We could do a little embroidery on here. And hey, Marion. And put a couple, oh, Johanna's gonna have to go too. Johanna's my other neighbor. She lives right here in Herndon, like a mile away. So, I don't know. They may have these on Routes, yeah, I only saw one, but they could have them in Reston. So I thought it was a good size. This one was $3. So I thought just a couple little flowers, even just embroidered, nothing too much, because if I'm gonna use it, yes, yes, Deanna, in Sterling. Do you live around here too? That's crazy. The pouch was in the dollar spot. And that's, you can tell it's got that little $3. I thought that's not too bad. You know, I'm not going to sew it or put in the snap. So I can use that for my pens or whatever. If I'm going on a trip and I want to just take a little bit of embroidery. Oh, okay, Leesburg. Perfect. You guys, you have one up there. You have a super Target. Yeah, so anyway, yes, I think it will stand out. So that's what I got, and I'm really happy about it. The other thing I wanted to show you was a couple weeks ago, we started this journal, and I kind of got a little crazy with it, but I just wanted to show you I am progressing, and the big question was, you know, hey, Rizwana, this one I messed up and said, well, I made it in 2020 and then forgot that we moved on to 2021. So I was trying to see how I could fit the one in. I wound up, oh, that's where all the superheroes shop. I just made a one, hey, Janice Sigmund, and I just put it in there. And you know what? I know the whole story of it. So then I did go ahead and I collaged some stuff. I can't remember where I left off, But I did go and I inked the inside because I felt like we just need color. I need color. So I put a lot of color in there and I like it. It makes me happy. So you should do whatever makes you happy. Hey, Darlene. So I am working on this. The only thing that I think I need is I want to edge this or like shade it, this pink here, because that looks too washed out, you know, so that's what I'm thinking. Okay. So, but I am working on it. Maybe by 2022, I'll have it ready. But what we're going to make today, I'll tell you how this got started. I have a whole bunch of these little papers with notes. And one of them was a shopping list. One was an idea I had. One was thank you notes I have to write. One is, you know, to-do list and stuff about licensing and, you know, all different things. So what I thought was I really just need a book to bring to the store to remember what to get. You know, and I can make some little pouches in there so I could just stick those notes, if I'm still going to write them, stick them in there for while I'm, you know, shopping. And I just love that little bunny one. So, you know, it fits the season. I made it out of a file folder, and that I had picked up on my way home from my mom's. There's a store. Oh, there's Anita. Good, you're feeling better. That's good. Brenda, you're working on a desk set for your mom, I saw. Okay, well, I go to this store. It's called Odd Lots, and it has all of these file folders that are just like 10 cents. They're cheap. I don't know. And I just get them because they're so thick. Like, they're not mat board thickness, but sometimes you don't really need that thick of a material. Hey, Janet, and I just missed somebody. I can't see who it was. But this is what we're going to be making our file folder out of. And the reason that I'm doing it is because I don't want to have to care about it. I just want to throw it in my bag and use it. And when I'm done, throw it out and get another one. That's what I keep doing. So I don't know if you guys ever do anything like that, but that's what I'm going to do, and I'll show you. Yes, you do need targets, Anita. Man. Okay, I did want to show, and you know what, we can go through all the ones that come in here, but I am selling a pack on my Easter. It's one called Odd Lots. It's not Ollie's, it's Odd Lots. There's only one of them that I know of, and it's in Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania, and I go through there and I just always stop. But that's where I got them. But you can get them at like Office Depot or Staples. They'll have thick file folders. The thing is, they have these inside like other parts that I don't really need, but I ripped them all out, and then I had an idea for the spine, so I saved that too. But we'll see. So this is, I like this color for the spring, so that's the one that I use. But they have them in blue, they have them in red. Yes. Oh, good. You like that? Okay. Well, we'll go through and I'll show you all the napkins in here. I have them in my Etsy store. They're $6 until they run out. I'm collecting for another batch, so pretty soon, once I sell out of these, I'll come out with another collection. I think it's a really good deal to get, you know, 15 napkins, and you get they're all different patterns. So we'll go over them in a minute. The other thing we're going to use is red liner tape, which is back in stock. Also, the Easy Cut adhesive is back in stock, so that's good. And then I'm going to use my Folio Journal die to cut the shape out of. And I'll show you how I do it. There's a little bit of a change to it. And the other thing I want to do is I opened up my Big Shot and I want to put it together and show you how easy it is to do that. And I was going to do it by myself, but I thought it needs like a drum roll or something. I need to have somebody else see this while I do it. The other thing that I'm going to use is some graph paper. This is just what I'm going to put inside. This, you can use whatever you want, if you want to use copy paper or whatever, but I like the grid, and that's what I'm going to use for my pages. Not sure we're going to get to that, but we'll give it a try. Oh, thanks for doing that, Glum. So maybe this time we'll use the blue one. And let me turn the camera down because this, I think I'm just going to use scissors. I use my craft knife, but I know that makes you nervous, so I'm just going to do it with scissors. So hang on, and I'll turn this around. And a couple things. I hope you guys have checked out the new blog post. It's amazing. And we had yesterday videos from Maggie, which was amazing. She did a great job over in the fan club. She made us some 3D flowers, and those are from the new die. Wow! Sorry about that. Found some of these little cute. I thought I need to make these into a book somehow, or add them in. Okay, tea-stained envelope. So we have this one, and that's where the flowers came from. And this one, these are the two that go with the journal that we're going to use. I mean, they just came out. They don't have to go with it, but let me see. I forgot what I was doing. I didn't get you up here. So let's see. There we go. Spring, fall. Oh, wrong one. Here we go. Okay. All right. So these dies, I don't think I used either of these for this project. I didn't really have time to get into it. I had a call with Jen Long today, so we were talking about 2022 dies already, if you can believe it. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut this. If you want to put it on your trimmer, or normally I've got a mat cutter, which I use to cut this. But if you have some nice strong scissors, you know, you're good to go. I'm probably being too dramatic by using the other ones, but I just like straight lines. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. So we're going to have to trim off some of these other things here because these are not going to go well through the die cut machine. So I'm going to trim those off. And you'll notice I saved this little spine thing. I'm thinking it may work. I don't know. Well, I have to play with it a little. But I'm going to trim this off, and then I need to cut it to 6 inches so I can put it through my die cut machine, which I should have done first, but it's kind of bulky. So I think I'll just use a cutting pad to lay that out. Oh, come on. I'm going to use my mat. It's just crazy not to use this when I have it. I've got a nice sharp blade on my... I know you need a little suspense in your life. Will she cut her hand off? Who knows? No, I'm good with cutting tools. That's what I do. All right, you just have to keep your hand away from the blade. So I'm just cutting these into 6-inch strips, and I'm going to keep that extra. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Now this one, oh, this is a good one. The other one has some writing on it, which I didn't really want. So I'm going to go to this end and cut this one. Now one of them we don't really need a long one because we're just going to do one little cover. We're not going to do the full fold out part. So let me cut the tab off, even though that would be a cool thing to use for another thing, but I'm just gonna keep going here, okay? And now we have our pieces cut. So this is one file folder, and you can get a whole book out of it, and it's pretty handy. All right, let's put our big shot together. All right, I used to do this all the time when I was teaching. We'd go to a trade show, we'd have to take them out of the box, put them back in the box, keep all the parts, find our little wrenches to put it together. But it was in a box, but I took it out of that just for time's sake. Okay, then you get your handle, which has, that keeps it from moving, I guess. It's got the screw that you need and the little cap and the wrench and a washer. So we'll take those out of the bag. Can you guys see okay? Hey gang, hi Mitziana. You have a mat cutter. Oh, you don't know how to use it? I do have one video that shows I did for Logan. I used to work for them. I did a couple books for them. Okay, this, I guess we have to, now this thing you take out, okay? That's just a little plug so you don't hit yourself on it. All right, now we're gonna put in our, all right, what goes first, the chicken or the egg? This must go, this goes here. So it's like a square. Everything you need to assemble it is in the little bag, so it's not that hard. Okay, then we do this on the screw. And then you just screw it in, get it part way in, and then use your little wrench to turn it. It's very satisfying. The washer, thank you. Oh, okay, the other thing, oh yeah, Angie, check my YouTube. I think I have it on there, I'm pretty sure. The other thing is that I meant to talk to you about was the Fan 5 for Friday. Okay, I think we have 5 people. All right, so every once in a while I like to tighten them, especially if I'm in my little trailer, because they like to jiggle around. So now you have your working machine, and it's sparkly clean. Wait, let me open this up and then we'll talk about the Fan 5. Because I think we're good to go. Now, the only thing I can't remember is what time. Did we say noon? Okay, it even gives you all your instructions, you know, in French, English, all that stuff. And I think the thing that I cut off was a extended warranty. I can't find what I did with it, but, you know, yeah, here it is. Free extended warranty available. So I guess you have to register for 2 extra years. So you just go online and do that if you want. Okay? Or wear it out like I do. Okay, so now we have our, look at this, new cutting pads. And what I'm gonna love about this is the thin die adapter. You don't have that big tab sticking out that gets in the way. I'm so excited about it. And 2 brand new cutting pads, which I don't want to ruin. Okay? So that's very exciting. So thank you, Sizzix, for sending me this. All right, can you guys see okay? I'm thinking maybe I need to... I'm probably going to say, don't move. Okay, so what we're going to do next is we are going to cut our pieces. All right, now this file folder feels a little more, a little less rigid than the other one that I did. You can't really tell, I don't think, but is it? Yeah, it does look a little thinner to me, but that's all right. And then let's take a look. All right, wait. First, we're going to talk about the Fan 5. Okay, so it's going to be this Thursday at noon, and 5 people. Okay, here's who I have. And I'm not sure about everybody because there was kind of a questioning, but what I'm going to do is put up a post after this, and I'm going to, oh, that was worse. I'm going to list everybody's name and tag them. So if you agree to be on, then I'm going to assume that you will be there on Friday, and maybe I'll put an alternate too, just in case somebody gets sick or whatever. And then you're going to go live with me. So I will go live at noon on Friday. That's tomorrow. And we will talk with Christine Davies, who said it was interesting. It sounded interesting, so I'm hoping that means yes. Anthony Macaluso, our good friend. Sue Black said she would go on, and Dexter. And then I had Angela Crocker and Chris Flint sounded questioning, but possibly yes. So I'm going to tag all of those people and whoever signs up. If we have 6, okay, that's fine too. Okay, so we're going to try that tomorrow and see how it goes. I think that's going to be so much fun. We'll do a little practice at 11:45. I will get on, and maybe we'll do it in the fan club if that's okay. And we're going to do it in the fan club, so go over to the fan club, all right? So also, I wanted to say thank you to Karen Bierce, who did a really great video and showed her journal, and then also to Maggie Harding, who did that nice showing us how she did her flowers yesterday. If you're not a member of the Eileen Hall fan club, go ahead over and join, because there's lots going on there. Okay, these are the ones, and they are kind of Easter themed, but they're spring, I would say. Aren't they pretty? Look at this, the cherry blossoms. They're kind of subtle. Look at these guys. If you have pets, come on, that's adorable. And then something for the pattern people. This one I thought was nice. You might consider it autumn, but with the yellow, and I don't know, I liked it also. And this one is very pretty. It's kind of got like a linen looking background. You'll be working a bit late. You'll have to watch catch up. Oh, okay. It's tomorrow, noon Eastern time. Yes, you'll be there, Ann? Okay, that's good. All right. This one I might do on here. I was thinking, I don't know. I need maybe a blue. That one, let me see. Maybe there's another one that'll work. Okay, and then there are these two. Now this is a really nice size for the journal, you know, the big one. And you get 4 or, you know, 6 images on here. So that's cool. You can cut them apart. And this one just was kind of fun. And then this, oh, this is what I'll do on there. That's really going to stand out. Oh, yeah, that's the one. Okay. And then this is kind of, you know, springy also. And another bunny. And this one, which I love. And I already did something with that. But yeah, let's use this one. All right, I think I have another one of them. Okay, so I'm not sure how many are left, but if you're interested, go ahead over the fan club, and we're gonna do a lot with these because they're really, I love them. Okay, so this, let's just go ahead and cut this before we get going. Now this, there's a fun trick to this, to peeling off this ply, this backing that's just kind of plain. You take a piece of tape, oh, that wasn't smart. It was stronger than I thought, and it peeled off. I'll use that for the second layer. But just go ahead, and that will lift up your first napkin. And then you don't need a lot, you know, so just use the sticky part on here, and it will pull away the other. Hopefully. Yeah, there it goes. It just takes a lot less time doing it that way. You've never seen napkins that size. This is what we call our luncheon size, guys. It's big. It is pretty big. And then there's one that's even bigger. Oh wait, maybe, no, these are dinner napkins, sorry. Yeah, they're pretty big. But we usually like fold them over, you know. Anyway, let's cut our journal, and then we'll add that on. Okay, so let's christen our new machine. Here it is. Okay, so what we're gonna do for this book, let me show you the sample. This one I cut one piece that was just short, you know, it was just this much. And then the other one, I cut the whole thing. Now this, I'm gonna have to put glue on here. It's washi tape. It didn't quite reach the bottom, so I added washi, and now it's kind of coming up. And the other thing about it is it bends, so it's kind of moving and coming apart. But I'm just gonna add some glue under here, and it'll be fine, okay? So let's cut it first, and then I'm gonna add some adhesive, and then I'm gonna put on my napkin. And I might not do that normally, but I'm gonna do it for this because it just takes too long for the glue to set. So I'm just gonna do that today. All right. So now I know for the first one, I just want from here over. So I'm just gonna place this right on the line here. And you know what? I only need a short cutting pad. Let me use a new one. That's less chance it's gonna shift. Look at that. It's just asking to get messed up. Oh well. That's life. Beautiful. All right, I have too much stuff here. Let me move this. Okay, so we have one. Here it is. And this did score in here, so we're good. And then I'm just going to cut another one. Now this time we do need the long cutting pads. Alright, so I am just going to cover my cutting pad. And we don't really need that, but I might just cut it anyway because you can't do anything with that little scrap. Just make sure you're covering this end of it because that's, you do need. All right. And then we're going to run that through. All right. You use the double-sided sheet. Yes, that is good. And that's what I'm going to do, Maz, because I don't want to have to wait and let this dry is the main reason. You could put it, you could paint it on, wait for it to dry, and then, you know, come back when it was done, but all right. So let's get some adhesive. Let me see if I have a scrap that will fit. So I'm just doing it on the flap. Now let's see. Yes, there is, you can see here. Now the one thing that I did was I didn't want a full size one. I just wanted the 2. So I did chop off 2 of these, or I chopped 1 off, so I had 2 left. So it's pretty easy to see. I'm going to do that with both of them. So use my little trimmer. Oh, that's funny. They look like different colors on the front and back. That's weird, isn't it? Who cares? All right, so I'm just going to trim off. Let's see if I can see. Yep, the line. I think that's about right. I'm going to do one over here. Really what I'm using this for is the structure, not so much the color. But I think it's going to be pretty with that dark on it. I don't know. I've never done like a darker one on top, so we'll see. Okay, now this is the score line. So on my other one I was able, yep, it still scores. And we'll fold this one over. Where is it? Okay. I might get the bone folder for that one. Looks like it's ripping up a little bit. Well, that's the back anyway. Alright, so the basic idea is, now I've got my little folder. Now the other one that I did, I took it and I made an additional score line here, which I don't know if I needed to do, probably not. I do want it to fold around. Let's see what it looks like. I mean, this is just going to be a bunch of lists, so I don't think it's going to get that big that I have to care about scoring another thing. So I'm not going to. So it's just going to go together like this, and then, yeah, see, that's different, but that's okay because we're going to put a napkin on there. So I just need to measure the, okay, Okay, so that's 4 1/4 by 5 1/4. So I'm gonna cut my adhesive just a tiny bit smaller in case I don't line it up right. You know what? I'm gonna go on there. I'll have to use my, sorry guys, there's so much stuff here. Trying to do my taxes. It's not going well. 4 1/4. All right, let's do the 5. Let's do 5 1/8. And 4 1/8. All right, I'm just gonna put this on first and then we'll put our napkin on. And then we'll seal it with our decoupage sealer. Now we could do more. I mean, we could do other patterns. We could do text, dictionary pages, whatever we want on here. But for now, let's just do this one. I think it'll be a nice accent. I mean, it depends on what you're using it for. I'm going to the store with it, so I'm not going to really worry too much. Just put on my adhesive. Yep, that's good. And I will tell you that I put a mat of white paper under the first one because it wasn't quite the same height. And I didn't like how it came out because it warped. So now I'm just going to take this and kind of go, okay, that determines where I'm going. Shoot. Well, that didn't go where I wanted. Well, maybe we'll be doing a strip of ribbon down here. I don't know. That just, well, I could tear it and put another thing and that will cover that line. I think I'll do that. Let me get my mat again. Well, what can I say? So I would just turn that over. It's gonna stick because that's sticky. And I'll just trim that out. I could tear it and decal it, but it's more fun to cut it. I will tear it to cover that other. This is pretty fine tissue. Well, that's what happens. Oh no. See, that is what happens. It'll tear. If this was not a real new blade, that would totally have, well, it did a little bit, but I can edge that in black. And I'm just gonna, that is pretty though, isn't it? I think I will just take another piece and let's put it right on top of it. I could have done glitter. All right, and then go like this. Ay, 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 you spend more time cleaning up the mess than actually making anything. Drives you crazy. But still, it's problem solving, which is what we do in crafting. How are we gonna fix it, right? Okay. And then I think I'm just gonna kind of pull it and a little longer. This was not in the plan. See, I wanted to cover that black. That white line, which, well, I could always paint some on after. I'm not going to worry about it. This is what I'm taking to the store. Who cares? But I will seal it because it will be flapping around. That's kind of cool. Look at that little leaf, how it came out of there. I'm good with it. Okay, so let's just decoupage this and seal it so it doesn't break off and get all weird in the bag. All right, I'm going to use this. So it's already got, you know, it's already stuck on. So we don't have to worry about that. We're just kind of sealing it. Which is, I love products that have more than one purpose. You know? It's less things to run out of. Sorry, don't mean to be in the way here. Okay. And this is going to take a minute to dry. But it does go pretty quickly. And you just want to make sure you get a good coat, because little kids can get in there and start fiddling, and could do the whole thing, but I don't think we need to do that. And then just make sure that you put your brush in water right away, because it does ruin a brush if you leave it out. Happy accidents happens all the time. That was not so happy. I could do the whole thing in napkin strips. That would be cool. Oh, now I look at it. All right, put a strip of ribbon. That's kind of what I was thinking, but oh well. All right, my thing is leaking here. All right, so let's just give this a minute to dry. And you know what we could do is cut our pages while this is marinating here. So there's a couple ways you can do that. But I think I'm just going to go for the easy way, which is to put it on my cutter pillar, and I'm just going to do one. But this is a notebook that I got that was on clearance. So I'm just going to find the middle and take out a couple pages. And what I want to do is measure halfway, and I'm just going to make my books half of a page. So let's see what that is here. All right, so it's almost 10. So that'd be, let's see, does anybody do this? Make it like come out to 10 and then just go in the middle? Estimating, is that what we call it? All right, so the middle would be 5. So let me just make a mark. Well, let's just do this one for the heck of it. And then I'm just gonna, so we want our book to be, how wide? This is 5, but I don't want it that thick. I want it maybe 4 1/4, or I mean 4 1/2. And I think I will use this because it's already, you know, folded. Just gonna cut it down at 4 1/2. What do you think? And then cut it in half at 4 7/8. So it's not quite square. Yeah, so we'll just do a couple of these for our little book, because I'm going to probably throw these away, you know, I mean, like a shopping list, you don't keep that stuff forever. Sometimes you do, you don't mean to. All right, let me do a couple more of these, and then that will be good. Can't do too many on here, but that's probably good. So you could do this out of like, you know, copy paper. What do we say? 4 1/2 wide. I think this one was a little thicker. 4 7/8. Probably have too many, but you can tell by when, if these get all ragged like that, you know, probably too many, but oh well. So what are you guys making today? Anybody being productive? Just find the halfway mark and what the heck? That one's just one. Oh, I just couldn't find it. All right, so you can do, you know, you're going to have this feathering, but it's for lists. Don't worry about it. That is kind of a lot. Well, you could I may regret this, but I think I'm going to trim a couple of these down. You can also do it on your mat with a, you know, your blade, but ah, boy. Now to find the middle. There we go. Okay, that's a little more controlled. All right, so, I mean, we're not going to worry about it. We're just making lists on here, so I think for the sake of this video, you can see, I mean, you could cut them out of the page element die, but for this, I don't think it's worth it. I'm just going to take a little elastic, and I'm going to, where is my elastic that I had that nice, here it is. I think I'll do the blue. Now they call it jewelry cord, but whatever. You think blue? Is that too obvious? So anybody have plans for the weekend? We're going out to the beach. My husband is obsessing about getting it perfect for our renters, which we don't have yet, but oh, that's drying up nice. I think that is so pretty, and I am going to do the blue just because it is perfect. Perfect match. All right, so we're just going to get enough to tie around our book, which probably plenty. And I'm just going to tie that. Let me get this out of here. And this, why have unnecessary stuff in the way? I don't know. I always do. I'm thinking an overhand knot, but I don't like it bumpy. So I'm just going to do through here. Oh, why is that such a problem to find the center? There. So there's a couple ways we could string it. I mean, we could tie it into the book, like right through here. Maybe we should do that. I don't usually do that, but I think I will. So we want to see where it lays in the book, which is, we can do the bottom one. So let's just tie it through there. And we could have the knot in the center, doesn't matter. But the thing about this is it's so easy to change out if you want to, but you could also tie it around the binding and then just put it over this slot. But I think it'll be a little more secure if it's tied in. So I'm gonna do that. And just to do something different, because I usually don't. And just do like a double knot here. If your fingers will cooperate. What beach? Bethany Beach. Yeah, we bought a house and we fixed it up, and now we're trying to rent it out for the summer. We didn't do it last year because COVID, but I think I cut that too short. I hope that doesn't come apart. So leave that a little longer. All right, so we have our, oh no, I forgot to put this one on. Arrgh. And probably can't untie it. Let's see. I have plenty of string, but see, I wasn't paying attention. There we go. So what I would probably do first is do a little piece of adhesive, a couple pieces, just to make sure it stays together, but it will be doubly bound because we'll have that elastic in there. So, all right, so let's just make sure we're going to go on here because this is the back. And again, I have more of the tape in the Etsy store. Also, last night I listed some pro dies on my Etsy site. So if you need to have a Big Shot Pro to use those, the pro dies. They're 12 inches wide. These are older ones. They're now discontinued. So if you want to see what they are, there's one that's really cool. It's a frame, but it's squares, and you can layer it and add it on top of each other, and they're just got some little elements. That was in the beginning of my die cutting career, designing. Okay. Yeah, that's the front cover. Let's do it like this. So don't forget to put your cover on. But see, look at that. It's a whole different color. Weird. You're not going to see it all at one time, though. And I don't really care. Oh, I like that. Oh, yes. All right, let's put our book in. If we can, now that we cut everything apart, I probably should just cut more elastic, but I'm going to give it a try. If I can't get it on the first try, I will cut more. There's nothing more boring than trying to watch somebody tie something. Oh, we might have it. Yeah, this is nice and stretchy. And this was in the kids section. You never know. All right, we almost had it. Sorry, guys. You've only seen black and white elastic, Rizwana. There is, like Amazon, there's a lot, but to get the right weight to it is the tricky part. And this is nice. This is, I think, like a 1.5 millimeter, maybe 1 millimeter, but it goes easily through the holes, which is nice. All right, that's just going to blend right in there, okay? That's good. Okay, so the one last thing I want to show you is how I did my closure, which I forgot to find a button. Wait a minute, let me see if I can find one quickly in here. Let's see if we have a blue one. I rearranged my buttons the other day. Maybe this one might work. What colors? Yeah, that one works perfectly. Look at that. All right, and I also used my Big Bite, which is right here. I don't know if you guys have this. It's the kind of cousin to the Big Shot. And you can adjust the size of the holes like this, you know. That's the skinny one. This is the big one, and I'm going to put an eyelet in here, so I'm going to use the big one. And I'm going to put that down the middle of my book, and I could have done it in the beginning with my crocodile, but I forgot. So I'm just going to use this, which is fine. I'm going to move that out of the way, and I'm just going to punch a hole like halfway down in the middle of my book, which is kind of hard to see here, but that looks about right. I can't really tell if it's in the middle or not, but I'm just going to punch it. All right, so that's there. That's good. And that is going to hold my button. And I'm going to just stick this little thing in here. And then you can either, what I did was I used some, this is too thick. I used some wire to just kind of bulk that up so it didn't come out. So today I got all of my supplies and put them on a tray. I'm quite proud of myself. So this is a nice soft aluminum. So I'm just going to thread that through there and twist it, because otherwise my button could just come out, you know. So I'm just going to kind of make this bigger. I guess you could use twine or something to make that so it doesn't come out. I'm sure there's a better way, but I can't think of it right now, and I want to get this done. I don't, though, want this to hurt my hand, so I'm going to flatten it at the end. But that ought to do it. Alright, so I'm just going to take my bone folder and kind of smush it. And I could trim these off again, but I just want to have a button there, and then what I'm going to do is punch a hole over here and put an elastic through it, and then loop it around the button. Now you want to keep the button kind of sticking out a little bit so you can get your elastic around it. But now for this we can use the crocodile. And again, I'm going to use the big crocodile because I've got this eyelet, oops, and that fits in that hole. So we're just going to line it up here and maybe, you know, I'll say okay with that little berry and punch a hole where the berry is. Can get loads of color elastic on eBay. Oh, that's good. I like the Big Bite too. I don't use it too much, but sometimes. Oh. And then we'll set this. So I'm just going to take my eyelet setter and do that. Stick something over the wire. I was going to do paper. I actually usually use mat board. I just cut a very skinny little stick and I put that in. But the last button I used was too big, and it just, or the thing was too narrow, I couldn't do it. Okay, and then we just need some elastic, so let's use more of that blue. And we're just gonna cut another piece of this, nothing too big. And just tie that in a double knot. Hopefully we can do that, because we just want it to stay stuck in the hole there. Oop. You kind of have to, well, it might be a little tight, but that's all right. Yeah, there might be a better way to do this. I tried it with a ponytail holder, you know, like one of these, but it just didn't work. It had that metal thing. This should do it. And then you would just put that in here. You forgot it was a napkin you used. Yes. And then you, whoops, you know, wrap it around here. So you have a nice little book to go to the store, and I could easily make another one or two. I could do a little thing with a pocket, so if I want to stick those notes in there, things to remember. I really do like this. I might do a corner punch on here. Make it fancy. Yeah, that looks more finished, don't you think? I love it! And I like that it's sealed, you know? So what do you think? You could have a tiny button on the inside, join the large button if you find the wire too sharp. Yes, I could do that. That's a good idea. Also, I could, yeah, I mean, you know what? For a couple minutes worth of work, not bad. And, you know, this black washi tape, I got this the other day at the store, and this really kind of goes pretty nicely. So if I wanted to do like something on the edge, or I don't know. Sometimes I do that just to kind of make a page look special. You know, do a little thing down it. Just kind of pretty. Could even wrap it around. And you don't have to trim it. And it kind of reinforces the page. I'm just making this up, but I think it ought to work. Gotta try it. This is kind of sticky for washi tape. Who knew? Doesn't want to come off. Well, this is where I go wrong. I always think, I'm done. Yeah, just be quiet. Stop. Nope. Gotta keep going. All right, that's cute. All right, so we have our little book. I think I did that crooked. You could make a cover for this, but I don't think I would need that. Just to put, you know, whatever I need to buy, milk, bread, whatever, you know. I did do that crooked though. But I'm pretty happy with just, what, half an hour doing a nice little book to take to the store. So, sorry, had a phone call. Well, I don't know about freaking adorable, but it came out cute. I mean, these would be fun, and a file folder, you know, you can go to thrift stores and find them. So, anyway, I might trim off a little bit here, but I don't know. What might be kind of nice is to put my folders over here, you know, and then they're separate. And then it would just kind of make its own little divider here. I don't know. I can play with it. All right. Okay, so guys, come back tomorrow. Okay, come back at noon. And we're going to meet some of you guys. I'm so excited. I can't wait. So we're just going to, you know, it's not going to be long. It's 5 minutes if you want. 1 minute is fine if you just want to get on and say hi. You know, here's what I have. So I'll be writing a post and putting it in the fan club with everybody's, yes, a pocket for coupons, yes. What time, UK time? That would be, Marion, that would be about 5 o'clock. I think we're 5 hours apart. I'm Eastern, which is New York time, so we're normally 5 hours apart, okay? So, Marion, I don't know if you're in the fan club. You have to join. So just make sure to answer the questions. If you're not a member, that's where we're going to hold this event tomorrow. So go ahead and just sign up and we'll let you in. Just answer the questions though. Okay? All right. Thanks everybody. See you soon. See you tomorrow. Bye.